Sports fans, PB&Z Sports Chaos. And we got our 2026 MLB predictions. I know we're a little bit late. PB was traveling. Z had some stuff to do, but we got them anyways. And you know what? We've almost had 2 weeks of playing. It's almost time to change my mind after the way the Red Sox have started so poorly, but I will hold on. It's a 162 game season. I'll keep them in my thoughts and where I've got them. But PB, we'll get into it with we'll pick our MVP candidate, our Cy Young candidate. One thing I want to say with the Red Sox though, I have to say something. They can't hit the friggin' ball. It's unbelievable how bad they're batting, and they still can't play infield defense. It's amazing. I just watched it. Tonight. They're playing the Brewers. No, they just played the Brewers, right? Yeah,
No, they're playing the
Brewers.
Brewers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're playing the Brewers. First inning, error, throwing the ball from second base to first base. I mean, come on, guys. This is little league stuff that you're making errors on, for Christ's sake. Stop, right?
Yeah. It takes a while sometimes to get the kinks out. I mean, there's some superstar players on other teams that are just
10
having slow
games in.
starts. Yeah, I know. But like you said, it's a 162 game season. I mean, I'm not worried about the Red Sox right now. I think top to bottom, they have a great lineup and they have a great rotation. So I'm not worried.
All right, before we start talking about the teams and the picks, let's get into some players. PB, AL MVP. Who do you like in that category?
I'm going Bobby Witt Jr. on this one. I think Kansas City's going to have a big year this year. I think they're the front runners, in my opinion, to win that division. I'm going Bobby Witt Jr.
You know what? Uh, I had that as a possible candidate as well. Aaron Judge, and maybe because I've seen the first 2 weeks of the season, the Yankees are on fire. I'm sticking with Aaron Judge, but I have a wild card for you. Julio Rodriguez, Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, I like him a lot too. Off to a very slow start. He was batting
Yes.
077 after his first 7 or 8 games. He had 2 hits last night, but yeah, I'm not some of these there's a lot of star players out there like that are just having slow starts and they got to get out of the chute a little bit. But yeah, I can see
What
that.
about the NL? I guess on the NL side, I
It's a
mean,
no-brainer. It's so tiny. I mean,
we'll say this though.
he
Here's my,
he could
and
probably
me too.
play half a season and still get
Me
it.
too, but here's my concern. They're going to pitch him. They're going to start him at pitching, and which he's already done. What if he blows his arm out and can't do anything for the rest of the season? Right? That's my biggest fear
Yeah, but that can
because he
happen to
does
anybody.
try too hard. Right? At the end of the day, give him credit for being a guy that gives all out every game. So that's my biggest fear. All right, Cy Young. Who do you like there? American League.
Yeah, I got a few different candidates here for my Cy Young,
See, Terry
but
Scooble's a two-time
I
reigning Cy Young winner, right?
yeah, and I don't see anything slowing that down this year. I mean, you got guys like Garrett Crochet who are at the top of that list too.
My
Um,
guy, by the way. I got Crochet winning
I,
this thing. I got him winning
I,
this thing.
yeah, I think Scooball takes it again. I'm going Scooball on
You
this
don't
one.
you don't think it's voter remorse? They don't you don't I don't know. Let's see.
No.
I like
Yeah.
Garrett to come out of it. Now I know he had a rough first start, but I like Garrett. On the other side of the fence, it's a no-brainer, I guess. Everybody says Paul
It's
Skeens, you
Paul
have to go with him.
Skeens. Yeah, and he had a horrible first outing as well. That's back to my theory of not a theory, but the fact that everybody is all there's a lot of superstars off the slow start. So, but Paul Skeens is got to be a front runner there as well. Yep, I'm going Skeens.
Well, rookie of the year, American League. Who do you like there?
Um, there's a few guys. I mean, this kid McGonigal for Detroit, shortstop. He's definitely up there. You got Decatur, for or DeCalder. I can't pronounce his name correctly for Cleveland. I know he's in the discussion.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
yeah. There's more guys on the. I think there's less competition. I think there's more guys on the National League side that could compete for that. But I got at this point, I'm going to go McGonigal. The
Well,
kid's a
McGonagall
pure
as well. And by
hitter.
the way, if McGonagall does turn out to be the rookie of the year, then maybe that helps Scooble, right? Because he's playing shortstop, so that means he plays
Yeah,
a pretty good season, right?
yeah. There
On
you
on
go.
the on the on National League side, who you got there?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys here that I like.
Who the
I
kid from
like
Pittsburgh that just got called up, right?
Yeah, Connor Griffin is supposedly the number one prospect. He's 19 though, so let's put that a little bit in perspective. I like the guy JJ Weatherholt for St. Louis. I like
You
Sal
like it
Stewart.
because that's who I picked.
Yeah. Oh, you got Weatherholt. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
I really like his style of play. Sal Stewart's another guy that some people might be surprised by. I actually drafted him in one of my fantasy baseball leagues, and
Really? Okay.
he's off to a hot start. He's a first baseman, so he's not going to have that shortstop, second base maybe flair, but his bat alone could propel him. And there's a pitcher. I don't know if pitchers ever get into the rookie of the year
I
conversation, but
saw a couple pitches as well, and I said,
uh,
okay, but I'm with you. They're never in the rookie of the year conversation, right?
they aren't. They are, and this guy's actually pitching tonight for Pittsburgh, and I think he could try to match Skeens for, the next Paul Skeens, if you will, in Pittsburgh, and that's Bubba Chandler.
Yep.
He's had a
Yep.
couple good outings. He was a highly touted guy last year. I don't think he ever made it up, or if he did, he just came up for a little bit. But yeah, if he has a good year and stays healthy, I think he might be in the conversation too.
I agree with you. Hey, speaking of the rookie year stuff, right? The one guy, first of all, I hate the fact that we can't vote for Roman Anthony because he played one too many games last year, right?
Right.
In my mind, this is really his rookie year at the end of the day. I don't care how you look at it. So he's the guy I would have picked if he could have been eligible. But the guy that should never be eligible is this kid, Kazuma Okamoto. I forget
Oh,
what team he played, the third baseman for
he's
Toronto, right?
a White Sox. The White Sox. Oh, okay. No, I was thinking of a different guy for the White Sox. Okay.
He's 29 years old. He played 8 years in the Japanese professional leagues. We got to stop allowing professionals from other countries to come in and be rookie of the year candidates here in the MLB. You just can't. You have to understand that they have a professional league in their countries and they're pretty damn good, as we see in the International Baseball Clinic, right? A World Baseball Classic, right?
Yeah, that I agree with you. You're almost 30. You've been playing professional baseball at a high level for 8 years, and just because it's your first year in Major League Baseball, you're considered a rookie. That's a little off. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. All right. I got only one guy for the comeback player of the year. I hope it happens for him. Meaning, I hope he lasts the whole goddamn season. It's Mike Trout.
Oh, okay. All right. I like that. I mean, I don't know who on the. I'm just trying to think. Maybe some pitchers.
And you know what? I didn't
Um,
give it any more thought. I would love to see Mike Trout have a complete healthy year for first time and who knows how long. Right? Unfortunately, the Angels not
yeah.
going anywhere. But I'd like to see the guy have a great year and stay healthy. All right, PB. Before we talk about the predictions on the divisions, etc., what do you think is the number one biggest storyline in this season? I think it's an easy one, but what do you think?
I think it's going to be can the Dodgers three-peat.
Okay. I'm going to go a little more
We haven't seen
granular.
that. By the way, we haven't seen that in sports in a while.
Yeah, no, we
Kansas City
haven't.
was about to do it, and everyone was making a big deal, and they couldn't do it. So I think that's a
Yep.
big story. Go ahead.
Mine is the ABS.
Okay.
I mean, because you're already seeing it. I mean, you saw that one game. It was, I think it was what over the weekend where that one umpire got overcalled,
To end the
overturned like
game.
5 times. I mean, and then here's the challenge. What if, like, I saw a guy use it in the first at bat of a game, and what if you burn him out by the second inning, and then you get into the ninth, and there's a really bad call that you can't overturn because you used your ABS challenges up, right?
Yeah.
So this to me is going to be the storyline of the year for sure.
Okay. I
And I
like it.
think, and by the way, given what's happening in the NFL, with the referees being potentially locked out, and now you're going to have the minor league referees, whatever you want to call them, they're going to start using that more and more potentially, challenges, things like that. This whole virtual world is going to change sports upside down, which I don't like. I like to have a little bit of a human impact. I'm sorry. Like umpires are umpires, they're human beings. Sometimes they make mistakes, sometimes they don't, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
It's a
right,
tough
let's
one.
get into our picks. Let's start with the AL East. Who do you like there?
Probably to win the division, I got to go with the Yankees. The only thing that concerns me about the Yankees is I don't think their pitching staff is that deep enough that if they get an injury or two, they could be in rough shape. You obviously have Freed at the top of that list, and then I love Cam Schiller, the rookie. I don't know if he's considered a rookie because he did. I don't know how many games he pitched last year, but he might be a second year guy. But those two guys at the top, I love. But if one of those two gets hurt, I don't know if they're deep enough to hold on to a long season. But I'm still going Yankees to win, as much as I don't like saying that.
Who do you have behind them?
I do have Boston as one of my wild cards, so I do have the Red Sox. Despite their 2-7 start, I still think top to bottom, when you look at that rotation, I think it blows the Yankees rotation away. You're talking about guys like Ranger Suarez, who they got from Philly as your 4 guy, and Brian Bayo is your 5th guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that blows away. And if you look at their lineup top to bottom, it's comparable. So I think in the end, pitching is what wins, and staying healthy is what wins. But I think Boston can sneak in and get a wild card.
You know what? I picked the Yankees last year. You made fun of me because I picked New York. Now you're picking them this year, so I get to make fun of you. But fool me once, to whatever that saying is. I'm going Toronto. I'm taking Toronto to win this thing.
Okay. All right.
But I do have the Yankees, I do have Sox, and I do have Orioles. And by the way,
Wait, all 3 of your wild cards are coming out of the East?
yes.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Let's go
Okay.
to Central. Who you got in the Central?
As I mentioned earlier, the Kansas City Royals, I think when you look at that team top to bottom, their rotation, Cole Ragans at the top, Waka, Lugo, Bubbich, those are your like top 4 guys there. I love the top of their lineup with Miguel Garcia and Bobby Witt Jr., as I mentioned, who's my prediction for MVP. Pasquatch, he's just a great guy to watch, and I love him. And this Joe Caglione, Joe Cags as they call him. I think he's a Jack Cags. Sorry, I think he's a guy that can also make a difference for them this year. And again, I'm not sure if he's considered a rookie or if it's his second year, but he played a bit last year.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
I love that team. I think that team can go far. So I got them winning, and I got Detroit still good enough to win a wild card spot.
I got Detroit winning it. I feel that they hold on. I still think they have the veteran talent, and then obviously when you get the number one pitcher potentially in the whole league pitching for you, right?
Yeah.
Every 5
Yeah,
days.
I mean they got the best ace. The thing that concerns me though is guys like Verlander and Flaherty. Like you said, they're veterans, but
And
can
Verlander
they
already got
last?
lit up right earlier this
Yeah,
season.
can they last the whole season? I
Yeah.
don't know. That's what makes me nervous. And firepower wise, the lineup, I think Kansas City's lineup is much better than Detroit's. So that's why I have Kansas City winning.
The pitching staff worries the Royals. I got the Royals second in that division, by the way. So
Okay, but not in a wild card.
no, I'll go after the Sox start. I'm starting to wonder.
Okay.
All right, let's go out west. Obviously, I already mentioned the Mariners. I got the Mariners winning that thing.
I have Mariners coming in second behind Houston. I know Houston just lost Hunter Brown. I don't know for how long. But I still think Houston is the better
You
team.
think
I
the
know.
Houston trade is over, man? I don't even have them finished second. I got the
Okay.
Rangers second. I got Houston
Uh,
third in that division.
okay. I got Houston winning and Seattle getting the wild card. So New York, Boston, Detroit, and Kansas City, Houston, and Seattle. So you got Seattle, Detroit, and then you have Toronto,
Winning it, and I
Boston,
got Yankees, Sox, and Orioles in the wild card.
all wild card. Okay. All right. Who's your AFC? I mean, who's your AL championship?
I'm gonna go Mariners, Toronto.
Ooh, I like that. It's completely different than mine. I got the Yankees in
And by the
Kansas
way,
City.
if I'm not mistaken, they came in together, right, into the league as expansion teams, right, at the same year, back in the I think '80s, right?
Oh, wow. Okay. All
Yeah, I'm
right.
pretty sure they came in together.
You got Seattle against Toronto.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that might be an accurate statement. I believe that's true. I'm going to go the Royals and the Yankees.
Okay, that's a good one. I think I saw that. I think Sports Illustrated had that one, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
All right, let's go out to the National League, starting in the East. Who do you got to win the East in the National League?
Yeah, this is tough. I think this is going to be a battle of a division this year. I think they're going to beat each
By the
other.
way, much like the American League East, I think these are the two best divisions in baseball by far.
Yeah, I think Atlanta and Philly, the Mets, I mean, everybody except for Washington. I think Atlanta, Philly, and the Mets could all compete. Miami could surprise a few people. Obviously, they had a good start and they managed to pull at least one win out in New York over the weekend.
I didn't mention it,
Um,
but I saw in some publications where the Miami coach or manager is predicted to be the manager of the year in the NL.
Oh, wow. Okay. But I don't know if they can hold on. I don't think they have the horses to hold on. I think don't have the lineup to hold on. I like their pitching
Great.
staff, but I gotta go Atlanta and Philly. I think Atlanta and Philly can get, I'll go Atlanta to win, Philly getting the wild card. I'm leaving the Mets out.
That's winning. I think the money finally pays off. And then and as I say this, I wrote this up 2 weeks ago, and then what today Juan Soto is injured, right?
Yeah, I mean, injuries just change everything, right? But
Yeah. I got Mets, Philly, Atlanta in that order. I think Atlanta's age will start to catch up with them a little bit, especially on the pitcher staff. And then I got Philly and Atlanta making the wild card out of this division.
okay. Well, I got Philly and Atlanta. I just don't have the Mets.
All right, let's go to the Central. Who do you got there?
So this one was very interesting to me.
Yes.
Because any one of these teams could emerge, and be right there in the end. But when I looked at it and I looked at the lineups and I looked at the pitching staffs, at the end of the day, it was the Cincinnati Reds that stood out to me as the best team in that division. Um, and and even
Wow.
yeah, and even right now with you got your I think it's their ace Nick Lodolo who's on the injured list because of a blister. Hunter Green, who's a fireballer, is
Yeah,
also out.
on the injured list.
But they're still putting up guys like Abbott and Brady Singer and guys who can pitch. But I love that lineup. I love that middle of that order with Ellie De La Cruz, one of the most electric, dynamic players in the league right now.
Yep.
The aforementioned Sal Stewart, who I think is a Rookie of the Year candidate, and he's got some serious pop. Eugenio Suarez, we know what he's capable of, and he was hitting like crazy when he was
Time, yeah.
in,
Yep.
I think in Seattle before. And even Steer in the six hole is still a guy who's got some pop and can hit some home runs. I think that middle lineup is lethal. I like their pitching staff. You get those guys back, I think they can easily win that division. And I still have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I know I picked the Pirates last year. I might have been a year off on that. They did very bad. But I think this year, when you look at that staff with Skeens and Mitch Keller and the Bubba Chandler that I mentioned,
Yeah, yeah.
Ashcraft is another guy. I mean, I think that and let's not forget O'Neill Cruz is like he's coming into his own now. He's starting to really. They moved him from shortstop to outfield, and I think now he's playing much better. But that guy's a beast at the plate.
Yeah,
I
open
think
day,
that
he
team
didn't
can
look
get.
that well.
So yeah, but he's hit 2 home runs in a game, I think twice this year. So
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's for me, it's Cubs, Brewers, Reds in that division.
all right. That's interesting.
And,
I
and
I, I
I
do
think the
have the
Cubs,
Brewers.
I think the Cubs moves in the offseason made them even stronger. And I don't.
Okay.
And the
I still
Brewers
have
are
the
just the
Brewers.
Brewers. They're a rock solid team. I pray that Christian Yelich can come back and really be a stud again. He hasn't been that guy for a long time.
So far,
But if
so
he
good
is,
this year.
Brewers,
Yeah.
I get the Brewers going to the wild card.
Yep. And Terang and Churio. I have Milwaukee in as well. So I have Cincinnati winning, but I have Milwaukee and Pittsburgh getting in as
So
wild card.
you got Chicago out altogether.
I got Chicago altogether, get the Mets out altogether. Yep.
Wow. All right. All right. All right. Let's go to the West. I mean, obviously, we only got one team to pick. It's the Dodgers, and we
Yep.
don't see anybody else coming out of that.
I don't have no. I have all my wild cards already picked. I got the Phillies, the Brewers, and the Pirates, and that's it. So Atlanta wins division, Cincinnati wins the division, the Dodgers win the division. And by the
Who
way,
do you got in the NLCS?
the Dodgers beat the rest of those teams. I'm going to take the Dodgers against the Reds in the ALCS. So Dodgers Reds over here, Yankees Royals over here.
I got the Dodgers against another team from the Central, and it's the Cubs.
Okay. All right.
although I'm very nervous about Philadelphia. I think this could be the year that Schwarber and Hopper finally bring it home. We'll see. I know you're not a Philadelphia guy. I wouldn't mind seeing Schwabs. I like Hopper. I love Schwabs, definitely. I would love to see them get there. We'll see. But I got the Dodgers and Cubs at the moment.
All right. And now who we got in the World Series?
I'm going to Dodgers Toronto again.
Dodgers Toronto repeat.
Yeah.
I'll go with Dodgers Royals.
Ooh, wow. The
Yeah.
Royals. I
Yeah.
still think it's a year too early, but okay. All right. Hey, last thing before we sign off tonight. Both of us didn't fare very well in our March Madness, but let's make let's take a mulligan on this. Who do you got winning tonight?
My heart, I want UConn, obviously. My head, I'm taking Michigan.
I'm going Michigan. I can't. You know what? Everybody gave Gino Auriemma a hard time for his display at the end of his game on the semifinals Friday night. Dan Hurley loses tonight, it's going to be even worse. Trust me. Dan Hurley is the biggest baby in sports, and I can't wait to see them lose just because of that. I would love to see UConn win, but I want to see Dan Hurley have a meltdown.
Yeah, that's what I just said. In my heart, yeah, I'm obviously going to pick the New England team, and but if I had to bet the game, and in my head, the best pick is Michigan.
Yes, I'm with you on that one. All right, man. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right.